All right, hey, this is Squishy again, and I got the second board I've built. This is my second electric skateboard. I'm out here on the Sacramento River. I've been out here on the bike trails, going through the city, looping around. It actually won't die. I haven't killed the batteries yet. I've been able to ride it about 18 miles, and I think I had about 60% left on the battery gauge. I haven't actually run it all the way down until it dies yet. It's got the 17.2 amp hour battery at 36 volts. It's made up of 4 hoverboard batteries, all wired together. I'll show it to you here in a minute. So the kit that comes from Turnigy is pretty nice. The trucks are not very good. The bushing seat looks very weak, and they don't perform very well. So I immediately tried to fit the bracket onto some caliber 2 truck. These are 50-degree caliber 2s that I used. They're 180 millimeters wide. I immediately upgraded the pivot cup in these with a Riptide 97A, a little bit harder and something better to support the weight of the motor, and also upgraded the bushings with Riptide barrels, world's fastest bushings. And I just like those on any truck, and makes the calibers ride a little bit better. I actually prefer, when I'm doing downhill or like parking garage skateboarding, I actually prefer a Bronson truck or an Arsenal truck, something with a little bit more rake in it, so it feels surfy. The caliber trucks have a 0-degree rake, meaning they're very, very, very stable and no surfing feeling. So they're very good for going fast or for beginners. So they're going to be just a good all-around stable longboard truck that's never going to wobble on you. But for me personally, they don't lean that well. The bushing seat isn't shaped very well for my personal preference. So anyway, the Turnigy kit also came with some decent wheels. The urethane on them, though, I must say, is not very good. I actually have some rocks in them, and I'm having some chunking already. I also have a chunk taken out of the belt because it's exposed to the base of the ground. So the belt's probably shot already. I have about 45 to 50 miles on this board already in just, about 3 or 4 days of riding it. I didn't want to make a video until I actually had some experience running it and make sure that it's at least reliable. And I'm happy to say it's very reliable. The VESC is probably the best VSC I've ever used. The throttle response on it is just amazing. I love it. It works through dishing out amperage instead of dishing out voltage, so it's a completely different feeling. The software in it is built for electric skateboarding, and it just works. It works better than anything I've ever used. So let me show you the skateboard here. All right, so here she is, all built up and with about 50 miles on her. The brackets are bending a little bit because of the weight of the batteries. I'm going to rebuild the way the box mounts on. I'll probably also take out a battery because like I said, I haven't run this down, and probably have too much battery in it for my personal needs, and it's just extra weight, and I can put a Bluetooth speaker in there. I've included the lights around the base for safety at night. They flash and do cool stuff. It's just kind of a novelty. I've got this cheap remote. It's $19 off of Amazon. They also have them on eBay. It has a very short response on the trigger, but it doesn't matter because of the software in the VSC. It makes it very smooth, and like I said, when you're doling out amps, it makes this type of trigger function perfectly. The switch here, like I said, for the lights, you can just kick that on and it does it, lights things and flashes around. The voltage gauge right now looks like I'm at about 86%, and I've gone about 10 miles, so that gives you an idea of the range. It goes about 22 miles an hour, and like I said, the wheels do have some issues. And you can see that I have just some wear and tear on it. The wheels have some chunks and holes. I have to pull these rocks out. I don't know if you can see it, but the rocks go into the rubber. That doesn't typically happen on a longboarding wheel, or maybe it will under this type of usage. I don't really know. I've never seen a rock stick like that in any of my high quality longboarding downhill type of wheels, and that's really what I'm going to try to put on here. Probably some ABEC 11 flywheels, some of the Defcom, the seismic Defcon wheels. Those are really good. I think they're called speed vents, and then also the Kegels. Those would work too. Any 3 of those wheels I'm going to try on here, and also the trucks. It's a really decent kit. I'd actually recommend this Turnigy kit for any first timer trying to get into electric skateboarding. This is probably about $500, this entire thing in kits, and it's actually high quality, decent stuff, except for the wheels. The box, of course, you have to build yourself, or you can get something, I don't know. I have the parts list posted up on Facebook with links to where I got everything as well.